one of the band told me last night music
So don't worry. Bobby lives? Zion lives. I was going to start, first of all, by saying thank you to everybody that's come out today on such short notice. Yeah, this is very, very heartening. And it's important that when, as a community, we put out a call for an emergency, the community responds. And I'm just heartened by the amount of people that are in the room right now. Secondly, I just want to address my older sister who made a comment earlier regarding the youth beginning the meeting. And I just want to say, just by starting, that I thought, I personally was glad that elders to myself, people that are old enough to be my parents, actually opened with what they said. And I'll tell you why. We are living in a time whereby African people are the first people to throw their children under the bus and condemn them. When we look on the news and in the media, they have drawn many, many African people who are old enough to be our parents to condemn us. So I'm glad today that the meeting opened with two people who are old enough to be our parents, affirming and defending our rights as human beings. Yeah? It is a responsibility of ours to protect their children, and right about now, as a community, we have failed. That is the reality, brothers and sisters. We need to know we're in a time of war right now, and I'm on the war path. We have to be on the war path. Yeah, let me just say a few things. I went to Hackney when Hackney kicked off on the Monday, the Kunchagullian night. Yeah, my brother, Natural Mystic Simba, was in Hackney in the day. I went down in the night, and he told me some of those things that were going on. Let me tell you why they're scared. They're scared because they saw young people from all over East and North London in different so-called gangs. They're together on the same night fighting a common enemy. That is why they're scared. Yeah? So the first thing we need to do, war is 90% psychological and 10% military. The first thing we need to do is stop using the word riot.
Yeah.
If we're going to call it a riot, call it a so-called riot. Put the term so-called before it. Yeah? Because what they've done is they've succeeded in not broadcasting it as a race issue, but addressing it as a race issue. Yeah. So now we're condemning African youth on an issue that they have not characterized as a race issue. If you notice, they're always saying that it's not to do with race. Everybody was out there, so on and so forth. But if you look at those who are shown on the TV, it's all African people. But if you look at those who are vigilantes, so-called, and those who defended their community, they're either Asian or white people. Yeah? Don't condemn the youth, brothers and sisters, because NF was out on Tuesday as well. And those same youth that we're condemning are going to be the ones that are going to have to defend us when NF comes from, brothers and sisters. Yeah? See, I'm a Gazi guy. And we don't play that. And we don't play that. You know, they had the debate on BBC. Yeah? I tried to get to that debate, you know. Couldn't get through all day. Got through in the evening, told me that it's all full up. Then I got a brethren by the name of Sarah who was able to get on get registered successfully, got down there, had his ID, everything like that, was talking in the green room, on the way into the studio, was escorted out of the line with himself and about 3 other African males. Reason being, they've been identified. Identified how? Visually. By who? No answer. They're not allowed to go into the studio and be in the audience on this debate. Yeah? Facebook, brothers and sisters, they Facebook the brother and realized what he was dealing with and say that voice is not getting in this meeting. The same BBC who had David Starkey, a couple days later, chatting nonsense, brothers and sisters. You understand what I'm saying? We're in a time of war, and war is 90% psychological. So one of the things that I have done, and I'm agreeing with my sister Mascala on terms of the youth coming together, and that's what we're trying to orchestrate right now. One of the things that I have done in going around to different meetings and linking out with different brothers and sisters, me and this brother over here, Black Rose, who was also on road in Brixton as well, put together as a small flyer. Yeah, that we can just go out on road and give out. It's got on the back of it what we call the RBG Warrior Code. Yeah, just some, because thoughts control actions, brothers and sisters. We had uprisings in the 80s, but the problem was that those who rose up in the 80s didn't teach their children about the uprising and how to uprise responsibly. And then now when the youth them get sick and tired of what is going on and uprise irresponsibly, then we want to condemn them. I'm vexed, I'm angry, I'm annoyed because we're not ready. I spoke to a mother who was in Tottenham. She said that her son was out there in Tottenham that night. She said they're putting on the news that these are mindless and lawless thugs that don't respond or respect anybody. She said that's a lie because she was out there and her and 3 of her sisters stopped the youths then from kicking in about 3 shop windows. She said that they were respecting us out there that night. The problem was there wasn't enough of us out there to guide them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was born for this, yeah? Born into consciousness. I don't see it as, it's not a hobby thing. It's not I'm gonna do my big thing. This is a life vocation. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so we who call ourselves revolutionary now have to earn those stripes. It's as simple as that. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. And so that's what it's about. We have to unify as a community and deal with this thing. And the point number 1 is do not condemn the youth them. Do not condemn the youth them. Yeah? Police said on the news, what concerned him the most was that there was gangs of various different areas of North London that are usually rivaling each other in the same place at the same time, fighting a common enemy. That was the deepest concern of the police, brothers and sisters. Do you understand what I'm saying? We got so many guns in our community that they need Operation Trident. Where were the guns fired at the police? Yeah? These are the things we say.